Hi guys, Killer here, and today we're gonna review some combiner model from 2002, which can be made from the Bionicle and also from some Bionicle. So we're gonna review, in fact, three combiner model in this video. So we're gonna begin with the little one. So the first one I'm gonna review is, I think, it's called the Pokawi, right here. So, oh yeah, of course, excuse me. You have to adjust the webcam. So it can be made with the green and red Bionicle, yes. So in fact, we're gonna use mainly parts of the green Bionicle, just for some. We're just gonna need the red one for example, one ball joint, I think, and also this corner holder we're gonna put on the bottom part, if I can say so, yes, of the body. So in fact, it's quite simple how to build a Pokawi because we're gonna use. Let me just put this off, if I succeed, yes. So we're gonna use, in fact, just an L-shaped part right here to make the body part. We're gonna place some corner holder white ears and also white ear. Notice that this one is held by these two parts white ear, which will also be useful to link the legs. Little legs right here with some parts like that. And finally, we're gonna add the head right here, which is made with some bended part, which is from the neck part, this one, and also the arm part of the Bionicle. Then some Bionicle eyes to make the little beak, two eyes made with ball joints, and then finally we're gonna cover this part with some green Bionicle cutter, if I can say so. And here we go. It's finished. So it's, in fact, it's like the other little way. It's quite simple to make, and in fact, kind of interesting. So the articulation, you can just turn the head up and down, as you can clearly see. Also, this part can a little move on the side, but apart from that, I think that's quite all. There is no other articulation right here. And in fact, the overall design of this stuff is pretty interesting, is pretty cool, if you ask me. There is no real any flaws, in fact, because all the parts are really nicely covered. It's not like it's blocky or stuff like that, because with the little corner holder parts, it really got some nice curves, as you can clearly see. Also, the head is quite nicely done. So yeah, in fact, there's no really any flaws in this model. So if you want to build it, you can go ahead. It's really, in fact, simple. And of course, if you want to build it, you have to go on biosectors and find the instruction on the Pokawi page. And of course, it's a bird-like way. I have not tell this before, but I think it's pretty obvious. So that's all for this little one. We're gonna talk about another bird-like way, which is called the Matami fishing bird, and which can be made with the white and black Bionicle, so Nuvok and Kowak, if I remember correctly. So this one, in fact, is quite the same. So we're gonna also use the same type of body frame with the L-shaped part. Then also we're gonna use the same technique, if I can say so, a white ear to put this part to cover the back, if I can say so. We're gonna use these little legs to make the wings, and to make the little legs, we're gonna use this banded part with the claws. Which works pretty nice. Also, the head is kind of more complex. It's more complicated because we're gonna use some more parts right here. And also in the articulation section, it kind of turn on the right ear, but it's not really useful. And also it can turn the head in some position because it got a ball joint on the neck part. Also, you can also move the wings right here or make it stand like that. And in fact, that's quite all also for this one. So I'm not really a fan. I prefer the design of the other one, but this one is still pretty cool, I think. I really like the design of the claws. It's pretty simple, but yet effective. Also, the wings are quite of interesting. Just the head is quite of maybe too big. I do not really know, but it's kind of strange if you ask me, because we don't really see where are the eyes. Maybe they are here, maybe it's a beak. I don't really know. Maybe the eyes are the little circle shape right there. So I don't really know what it looks like, but still, apart from the head part, the rest of the body is kind of nice, and also pretty well designed. And I think that's all for this one. So there's no really interesting technique built in this one, and also not really in the other one I've showed you earlier. Excuse me. And that's all for the two little Bionicle vac combiner. We're gonna talk about the Keras, I think so, like Keras, which in fact can be made with the with Tannock and Levac. So not the VA version, of course. We're gonna also mainly use the Levac parts, apart just from some teeth you're gonna need right there, and also this kind of other parts, and also some legs or arms right here. So this one is a quab like Kwai. I think it's quite obvious because you can see the claws right there. Not really close yet. Well, anyway, not really close, excuse me. Yeah, I do not have the word, I do not think it's close, but still. So anyway, how it works, in fact, it's pretty simple, this one, because it's mainly a Baroque body. The only interesting part, if I can say so, is the fact that you have to put some elastic right there in the all of this part to make it stand firmly, so it's not it's not moving on the back part or stuff like that, so it stays in this position. But apart from that, it's pretty simple, and in fact, as you can see, we're gonna use some normal arms and legs to make it stand on the floor. Just the eyes, which are quite funny, little eyes with which are from some elastic parts, or at least to all the elastic parts in the normal Baroque set. Some teeth right here, some arm also, and in fact that's pretty all. So of course it's kind of articulated because it's on ball joint, so you can make some pose like that. And try to move the legs, but it's kind of pretty limited, of course. And that's all, I think, because there's nothing really to talk about. So if you want me to sum up on this one, I would say that the building is not really interesting. You didn't learn anything, but the overall design is pretty clear, in my opinion, and it's pretty look like a quab-like. So it's pretty simple and yet effective. But apart from that, there was no much to tell on this little combiner. So I think that's all for this review. So of course it was quick, but really there is. I think the pictures, not really the pictures, but the image you see talks for themselves. So here are the three ones I showed you in this review. So there's the last Baroque combiners I have to show you. So first of all, we got the Pokawi, which is I think it's the one I prefer between the three guys because it's very nicely done with just little flaws in my opinion. Then the Matanu fishing bird, which is kind of bigger, of course, than the Pokawi, but still got also some interesting design part. Just the head, I'm not really a fan of this head, but apart from that, it's quite nice. And finally, the Keras, which also doesn't really get any interesting technique builds, if you ask me, but apart from that, it's still pretty nicely done, and you still can really recognize the overall shape really clearly of this one. So the overall design of these three guys are pretty interesting. Just the fact that the building itself is not really entertaining. But apart from that, I think yes, I can advise you to try to build one of these if you like them. So it's pretty simple to build these guys. The instructions are pretty clear, maybe apart from the elastic part on this one, but I think you have seen it clearly in the review. At least, or if you have a problem, just ask me on the comment section, of course. And of course, you can find this instruction on not really on Bionicle.com, but on biosector01.com, and you just look for the Keras, Pokawi, or Matanu fishing lure page, and you will find the instruction in the external links section. Yes, excuse me. And so that's all for this three. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and see you later for another Bionicle video review. Bye bye.